Welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son, and this is the week of WWE. This is Raw. So this is Raw, 12th of the 8th, 2019. Not long till your birthday, is it? Next week is your birthday. Raw started off with Seth Rollins coming out to do a promo about his big SummerSlam victory over Brock Lesnar. Saying about how the crowd got behind him and gave him that extra bit he needed to defeat the Beast. AJ Styles came out with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They were the first to congratulate Seth Rollins and threw out a challenge. AJ Styles challenged Seth Rollins to show, basically to prove that he was the better champion out of the two. The challenge was quickly accepted. Next it was a Street Profits promo again, promoting different things, different elements about the WWE and all that. They were interrupted by Sami Zayn, who was saying about all the superstars and that if they hung around too long, they'd be made into these manufactured superstars like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch and that, only for then Samoa Joe to be standing behind him. He insulted Samoa Joe when pushed by the Street Profits. Then a match was made between Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn. Before that match, they did say about next week there could be a King of the Ring. The King of the Ring returns next week. It's a bit funny how it's on Raw and not on its own pay-per-view like it used to be, but I don't really know what it's going to give to the person who potentially is going to win it. I don't really know. I think as well, I've said this before about the build-ups to pay-per-views. They've got 4 weeks to build this pay-per-view up. A King of the Ring tournament right in the middle of it. I don't know if it's really going to work, but we'll see. So Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn was a very quick match. Keen a clutch from Samoa Joe, and he got the win that way. Then he got a microphone and did a promo about how he forgives Roman Reigns for accusing him. He doesn't forgive the WWE audience, and he won't for accusing him of being the one to cause all the attacks on Roman Reigns. While we're talking about Roman Reigns was not on the show. There was no follow-up with anything that's been happening over the last couple of weeks. Only a couple of video packages. That was it. Next it was The Miz versus Ziggler. Ziggler came out, still not in his ring attire, still saying he was injured. That's it, Kai. Ziggler has pulled himself together from being that splat that Goldberg made him into at SummerSlam. He's pulled himself into physical form again, and he was there, but not in ring attire. He's basically saying that he wasn't medically cleared and that Miz's master plan had failed, only for then to get a cheap shot on the Miz and then to actually have the match anyway. The ending of this match was that Miz locked in the figure 4 and he got a submission win. Ziggler then seems to be his new little sort of thing. He's got a microphone, didn't he? Sort of basically calling and baiting back the Miz. The Miz come back, did a
Skull Crushing finale.
Yes, a skull crushing finale to Ziggler, and basically ended it right there. Next, Elias was in the ring to do another impromptu music thing, just like he did at SummerSlam. We got interrupted with Edge. He said that he'd learnt now what happens. He gets to the situation where he's going to do his song, then he gets interrupted, and he basically called out that person. Now, let's do it now in 3, 2, 1. Nobody come out. He did it again, 3, 2, 1. Nobody came out. Then he went to do his song and said this would be the first time he'd have an Elias performance without interruption, only for who to interrupt him. Ricochet, yes. A bit strange. He's now involved in Elias, and then later on we'll get to that as well, where I'm a little bit confused. But anyway, Elias had a match with Ricochet. Ricochet won. But there's a bit of controversy with the ending because Elias had his shoulder up, didn't he? So it wasn't really a true win. But we'll see if they follow that up. Next, Ray versus Andrade in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The first fall was really quick. Rey Mysterio got a leg trip from Selena Vega, who was outside the ring. Andrade got a roll up on Ray and put his legs on the ropes, and Selena Vega held his foot on the ropes, and he got the first victory. The next one was again Andrade. He got a hammerlock DDT finish as well. So Rey Mysterio not very good in this match. He got completely cleaned, 2 falls. There was later on, we'll go through this while we're talking about Ray. Later on, he was walking backstage. He got Charlie Crusoe sort of said about what happens now, and I don't know if they're hinting at a retirement sort of thing coming, but it kind of looked like that. There was a Stone Cold Skype thing about Seth Rollins, basically promoting his new show. That was it. After that was that Rey Mysterio interview, like I was saying. Then it was the Street Profits. They did another promo. again, they're just publicising stuff at the minute on the shows. Drew McIntyre got an interview about Cedric Alexander. Then after that, he sort of walked out to the stage because music hit. He walked out. They had a match, him versus Cedric Alexander. There was a devastating claymore that turned Alexander inside out, and Drew McIntyre got the win, didn't he? Next, we show Paul Heyman arriving at the arena. Obviously, Brock Lesnar's his client. He lost. They said that he was going to give an interview. They had another throwaway match for no reason. No Way Jose versus Robert Roode. Robert Roode got the win. They went to that Paul Heyman interview only for him to announce that the WWE had announced, basically said that Brock Lesnar is not going to get any rematch, which I thought was a bit strange, to be fair. Because normally when you're the champion, you lose the belt, you get a title rematch. Why isn't he getting a title match? They didn't say, they haven't said any reasons why. It just seems like that's a way to just write him off the show, or give that belt a bit longer to Seth Rollins, because we know if you go against Brock Lesnar, he's probably going to lose again. Next, Lucha House Party against the Revival, or 2 members of them. This match didn't have no conclusion because who came round and out mid-match?
R-Truth.
R-Truth, yes, and Carmella.
Carmella tripped Drake Maverick.
Yep, Drake Maverick's following. Carmella tripped him. Basically, the sort of end of the sequence was that the Revival were in the ring with R-Truth. They pinned R-Truth, both of them, to become double 24/7 champions, the first ones, only for then R-Truth to pin Scott Dawson and become, again, the new 24/7 champion. I don't feed into the next bit, which is him backstage, only for Elias to appear with his guitar, smack him on the back, get the pin and run off. So he is now the new 24/7 belt as of filming this. So tonight on SmackDown, that'll probably be followed up again. Next, it was Natalya coming out, obviously Canadian in the home country. She came out to do the promo about Becky Lynch and all that, saying that she's probably going to take some time off because she's sort of showing that she had a sling on, maybe sort of feeding into that SummerSlam match. Whether it's real or not, I don't know, but it kind of thinks like she's having some time off, only for somebody to come out. Somebody made their return. Which female superstar made their return?
Sasha Banks.
Yep, Sasha Banks. Hadn't been seen since WrestleMania because of all the controversy with her losing the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. She had what was obviously a wig. I knew it was a wig because this is the trouble with the WWE. They show these things. She's already shown that she's had new hair on Instagram pictures and stuff like that on the internet. That's already been revealed. She kind of whipped. She attacked Natalya, didn't she? She whipped off the wig to show she had blue hair now. She kind of acted as if this is kind of you're not supposed to know, which I thought was a bit funny. She did a devastating attack on Natalya. This is why I think that Natalya's having time off, only for Becky Lynch to come back down, have a brawl, and then there's some chair shots from Sasha Banks to Becky Lynch. So I'm thinking that now we're going to have a Sasha Banks-Becky feud, which would be quite nice. That is the kind of feud we want to see, I think. We want to see that kind of feud because they did do some really good matches in the past. I'm thinking, it's a bit of a spoiler. It's Paul Heyman says this is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. I think Sasha Banks is going to be the next WWE Raw's Women's Champion. I'm thinking that, I'm putting that out there now, we'll see.
I think Sasha Banks has now turned heel.
Yep, I think she's turned heel as well, yes, I think you're right there, Kai. So, yeah, it's nice to see her back after all the controversy or whatever. Hopefully that'll be forgotten now and we can just get back to seeing her in good matches. Next, it's the Viking Squash. Yep, I'm not calling them the Viking Raiders or Experience or anything, I'm just calling them the Viking Squash now. They were first, they went against 2 jobbers. Quick match, 1-0, there's no plan for them, that was it. Next, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Kabuki Warriors Women's Tag Team Championships. No Paige, she's having neck surgery. They did a video about that. Nothing to really say. Twisted Bliss finish from Alexa Bliss and they retained. And then we get to the main event, which was Seth versus AJ Styles with Luke Gallows and Anderson. They did come out with him, and yeah, they did make their presence known because there was no real finish. There was a DQ finish because they interfered at the end, only for who to come out and help?
Ricochet.
Ricochet came out again. They're still harping on with this program with AJ Styles. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd just get away from this. It was fun while it lasted, but now he's lost to him so many times. Just move on to the next person. He quickly got sort of dispatched, and then somebody else came out again to help. Who was that?
Braun Strowman.
The Monster Among Men came out. Braun Strowman came out. He took out both Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. He did a wicked spinning power slam. He sort of went into the ring, picked up AJ Styles, spun him around, slam, which I thought was quite cool. And then he did another one and did a running power slam. And then Braun Strowman went out to the ringside, got the belt, the Universal title, handed it to Seth Rollins, gave him a handshake, and then all three of them stood tall in the ring. And like I said, I think it's going to be a 3-on-3 next week. That's what I think they're going for. So that was Raw. It's not too bad, Raw. Again, I think they're going in the right direction. It's just not as bad as what it has been. It's still got loads of elements in it that are watchable and that are nice. Next week, let's say, is King of the Ring. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Remember, we have a competition as well to win this AJ Styles. There is a video, last week's unboxing, where we said about that. I'll put the link at the end of this video for the details on that one. And we'll see you in the next video, which will be the week's WWE SmackDown tomorrow. So I'll say goodbye and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.